news for the state of Tennessee in 10 minutes. Tennessee in 10 is made possible by Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development.
Well, good morning and thanks for joining us. Tennesseans waking up to storm damage after storms moved through yesterday and overnight. Look at this new video that captures dangerous storms like this rain-wrapped funnel cloud moving through Clarksville. The system brought down trees all across Middle Tennessee and led to a close call for a driver. Take a look at this. A tree went straight through this windshield in Hickman County. TDOT says the driver walked away with only minor scrapes and bruises. Debris started swirling during a tornado warning in Jackson, Tennessee. Tennessee Highway Patrol says troopers were heading for shelter at the Jackson office when they captured this video. You can see wind pulling off pieces of that nearby building. The warehouse had to be evacuated, but THP says nobody was hurt. First Alert meteorologist Stefano DiPietro tracking a much nicer day today compared to what we saw all over the state yesterday.
And there were dozens, Amanda, of reports of damaging wind gusts, hail, and multiple reports of tornado touchdowns as well. So what will happen here over the next couple of days is the National Weather Service is going to go out. They will survey all those damage reports and just kind of see whether they were caused by straight line gusty winds or if it was in fact confirmed tornado touchdowns, which we do know from just some of the pictures and some of the videos we've been getting in. It does look like there will at least be a couple of confirmed tornadoes across the state. Now the weather much calmer today, good sunshine. Temperatures will stay in the 70s to near 80 this afternoon and a little bit breezy. Wind gusting up to about 20 to 30 miles per hour in some areas. Could be a spotty shower in southwest Middle Tennessee by tomorrow morning, or southwest Tennessee, I should say, as we continue through the rest of our day tomorrow, mixing clouds and sun and still mostly staying in the 70s as we look ahead toward the holiday weekend. Friday is going to be dry. If you have any travel plans on Friday, I don't think we've run into any big weather issues. Now, this is Saturday with rain in Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee, drier the farther east we go. This is one model run, and it really is, I would say, more of a worst case scenario. One of our other guidance models we use keeps that rain out of the state, so that's where the uncertainty lies. When does this rain actually settle in on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday? We're seeing some consistent scattered showers and even some thunderstorms. There's no severe threat, but for now I wouldn't say completely cancel those plans, but at least have a backup plan in mind for the holiday weekend.
I'm Whitney Turner in the WVLT newsroom. A Morgan County deputy is now facing charges in connection to a deadly officer-involved shooting that happened earlier this month. It took place on May 2nd. The TBI says deputies responded to a burglary call on Raycross Road in Harriman. Investigators say Deputy Charles Faircloth shot John Cox, who later died at the hospital. The district attorney says Cox picked up a large rock and started toward the deputy when he was shot multiple times. Deputy Faircloth is now charged with 1 count of criminally negligent homicide and 1 count of official misconduct.
For the first time in 5 years, Tennessee will execute a death row inmate. Oscar Smith was convicted in the 1989 triple homicide of his estranged wife and her 2 sons in Nashville. Smith was supposed to be executed 3 years ago, but Governor Bill Lee stopped it at the last minute after a step in the lethal injection checklist was not checked off on the day of the execution. That led to all executions being put on pause. But the state lifted that pause in December when it released its new protocol. Now, that protocol is now at the center of a new lawsuit. Many were hoping that the governor would pause executions because of the suit, but the governor denied that request. The suit claims that the Tennessee Department of Corrections is not sourcing its lethal chemicals legally, which means the chemicals could be contaminated, expired, or diluted. The lawsuit is not set to go to trial until January of next year.
A man is facing multiple charges accused of taking a minor from Claiborne County to Pennsylvania without permission. 18-year-old Taylon Bruce is accused of driving more than 8 hours from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania to Claiborne County, picking up a minor without parental permission, then taking them back to Pennsylvania. Police say they found Bruce and the child at a motel along with evidence of sexual assault. Bruce is facing a long list of charges, including statutory sexual assault. In the WVLT newsroom, I'm Whitney Turner. Back to you.
Well, school voucher applications have been open for less than a week. So far, the state says more than 38,000 Tennesseans have applied for state money to send their children to private schools. 20,000 students will receive $7,000 vouchers. Half of those will go to homes with a qualified income. The other half will go to eligible students regardless of how much their parents make. Flooding from Hurricane Helene wiped out rafting companies in parts of I-40 in East Tennessee. But now the industry says it's making a comeback in Cocke County, and it's just in time for the rafting season. Company leaders say it's taken 8 months of rebuilding to get here. Temporary put-in points had to be created. Now they're ready to bring visitors to the Pigeon River Rapids and with the help of the community. But there is still some concern, like the progress of construction on I-40 and how that could potentially impact travel to the area.
How many folks are going to be coming, and like what just the business side of that, the tourism in the area is another one that kind of keeps that anxiety level up a little bit. Just, you know, hoping that we do have that turnout this year.
Right now, 2 rafting businesses are open and asking people to come visit as soon as possible, just in case they start to get busy. Well, thanks for watching Tennessee in 10.